Or not?
Absolutely.
All right. All right. So let's meanwhile talk about what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott. So it's been about a year. From my understanding, he is still under investigation for this alleged domestic violence incident that he had with his ex-girlfriend. I know that the NFL is monitoring the situation. Why is it taking so long to put this to bed?
The NFL has been very thorough in its investigation here, and it continues to see whether or not there's enough evidence to discipline Zeke Elliott here. It's very strange that this has gone on as long as it has. And the only explanation is that the league wants to be as thorough as it possibly can be before rendering a decision. Now, if you speak to Ezekiel Elliott, the people in his camp, they're convinced that nothing here happened. There's nothing to see. Everybody should move on, and nothing happened. But the league has yet to clear him in this investigation. And the longer it goes on, the more you wonder whether or not the league is going to wind up disciplining him or not. We'll find out here, but it's been going on since last summer. The league has gathered more and more material, asked for more and more information. We don't know what's come up in that information, but the league has not reached a decision about whether or not it is ready to clear or discipline Ezekiel Elliott.
I don't want to assume here, but the longer it goes, one would think that they feel as if perhaps they have something, or is he in trouble?
I wouldn't say that, Kerry. I wouldn't say that at all. I really don't know. Listen, I think more than anything, the league wants to be thorough and make sure that before it renders any decision, it's doing what it feels is best and responsible. I don't know what it means that they're taking this long. I know that the league consistently has reached out for more and more information, had more and more questions. And again, there's not been enough to say he's clear, and there's not been enough to say he's disciplined.
All right, let's go back on the field. From my understanding, he was involved in a fender bender. Do you know anything about that? Is he okay?
Yeah, this happened Sunday. Ezekiel Elliott was a passenger in a car. And again, you remember last season, he was involved in another fender bender at that point in time where there were no significant injuries. In this particular case, no significant injuries again, though I do think he might have suffered some whiplash this weekend. He did not practice yesterday during the Cowboys OTA. He's not going to practice again today. The Cowboys are being very careful and cautious, holding him out, but he was involved in yet another car accident on Sunday in which he was a passenger, not seriously injured right now.
All right, that's good to know. We're glad that he's not seriously injured or anyone else. The Patriots, meanwhile, moving on to them. Rob Gronkowski, they've restructured his deal for 2017. Will he be the highest paid tight end in the league?
Well, he's got a chance to be, and that's the whole thing about this deal. It had 2 years left. It still has 2 years left. But what the Patriots did is, in a year in which Gronk is supposed to make $5.25 million, they added on a bunch of incentives that could boost that salary to $10.75 million, more than double it. Now, he'd have to make all-pro tight end. He'd have to have a certain number of catches, receiving yards, touchdowns. But if he reaches any of those thresholds, which have been rather routine for him in the past, he then could at least double his salary. If he doubles his salary, he becomes the highest paid tight end. Bottom line is, he had wanted something addressed in his contract. They've been talking since the season ended. The Patriots incentivized him if he's healthy, and that's the big question here. He's going to put up big numbers. He's going to make big money. If he's not healthy, he's not going to be able to cash in on the incentives that were included in that rework contract on Tuesday.
Yeah, Adam, that's where I was going. I was like, if he stays healthy, and that's a big if, and then that's probably the key word the Patriots are focusing on. And I'm going to make I'm going to bring it full circle here. Do you remember when Gronk's mom was on E60 and she said the kids love milk? Do you know if he knows how to milk a cow or anything like that?
Gronk knows how to do a lot of things, Carrie. So my guess would be yes. He's probably not as adept with his hands at milking cows as David Lloyd, but he probably knows exactly what he's doing.
You know what, Adam, I know that's why you're the insider, and if you can get back on that for us, and we can run that on the ticker, the bottom line here.
Immediately. Yep, you got it.
Thank you. I appreciate your work, your hard work here. David, apparently